from ABC Books, and I'm here today to give you my awesome February TBR. So just to give you a little refresher, not that it really matters, but I decided that this year I'm going to be doing 80 books, which means I have to have at least 8 books on my TBR. Right now I have 7, so I will be drawing something from my trusty TBR jar at the end of this video. So without further ado, let's see what am I going to be reading in February. Okay. The first book that I'm going to be reading, which I actually already started because I finished my January TBR a couple days early, and I ended the month reading the second book of the Harry Potter series, so I, of course, had to continue with the third book, and that is The Prisoner of Azkaban by J.K. Rowling, and this is by far my favorite book in the entire series. I absolutely love this book. So this continues to follow Harry, Ron, and Hermione with their little adventures, and the thing that I love about this book is that it really is the last book where you feel just like Harry is at school. He's a normal kid. Yeah, there's some stuff that's happening that is a little bit different than normal kids would have to deal with, but for the most part, he's just going to class, learning stuff, getting into mischief, and with that, there's a little bit of danger, and it's just so fun, and I love this book. Love this book, so I will definitely be finishing this today. I have like 20 pages left. So next book on my list is going to be a book that I asked my husband Michael to choose for me, and so the book that he chose for me was A Lost Lady by Willa Cather. I read the back and I can't really understand what it actually is about, but I'm really interested in, one, reading something that I've never read. I've never even heard of this book. We'll see at the end of the month what I thought about it. So that is A Lost Lady by Willa Cather. The next book on my list is a continuation of my rereads of the year, and that is Revealed by Tamara Alexander, and it is the second book in the Fountain Creek Chronicles, and this book follows the story of Annabelle Grayson and Matthew Taylor, and it is just another book of really what it means to take what your mistakes you've made in your past, the things that you have done, the things that may haunt you, and how you are going to move forward from that. And this is by far my favorite book of Tamara Alexander. I absolutely love this book. I love the characters. I love the struggle. So it's just a great story. I love it. And again, I still highly recommend Tamara Alexander, and I'm looking forward to rereading this book. So the next book on my list is Scarlet by Marissa Meyer, and it is the second book in the Lunar Chronicles, the first book being Cinder. It was a retelling of the Cinderella story, and Scarlet is a retelling of Little Red Riding Hood story, Scarlet being the one that's portraying Little Red Riding Hood, and you have the grandmother, and you have the big bad wolf, which is Wolf, who is a street fighter, and it just sounds like a great continuation of the story. So that is Scarlet by Marissa Meyer. And then the next 2 books I just randomly picked up at the library. I was there and the internet wasn't working, and so I was like, I'm just going to peruse the stacks, see if I can find something. And the first book that I found, The City of Ember by Jenny Duprat. And in this world, it says that at 12 years old, you finish your education and you start work. And what you do is they draw which job they're going to have. And it follows these two 12-year-olds, Lena and June. And so it just sounds like a great adventure, and I'm looking forward to diving into it. So that is The City of Ember by Jenny Duprat. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing it, which I probably am. Okay, and then the next book that I just grabbed off the shelf was The Secrets of Truth and Beauty by Megan Fraser. And this book follows this girl, Dara. Is it Dara? Yeah, Dara, who when she was 7, she was a beauty pageant winner, and then at 17, she is not the little pageant winner anymore, and so she has to deal with life after winning a pageant, and it just sounds like a great coming of age story, and just a great story of, you know, what it really means to be friends and love and family. So I'm looking forward to reading this book. I've never read anything by Megan Fraser. I I've never even heard of this book, and so it'll be an interesting read. So that is The Secrets of Truth and Beauty by Megan Fraser. And then the last book that I already have decided is so a couple days ago I was watching several booktubers videos, and they centered around what is called #YearofCosmere, and I'm like, what the heck is this? So I started reading it, and it's just a group of booktubers that really love Brandon Sanders' books. And so the first book that is part of Year of Cosmere is Mistborn. It's the first book in the Final Empire series by Brandon Sanders, and I am not even going to try to describe what this book is about. I'm going to link down below. I think it's Lindsay Ray. She does an excellent job of giving a great synopsis of this book and describing what Year of Cosmere is. So I'm gonna link down below her video, so go check that out. And then also I will put a link down below to the Twitter group for Year of Cosmere. And if you've heard of Brandon Sanders, or if you love sci-fi fantasy books, come and join us. It sounds like it's gonna be a great year of book discussion and diving into a new world. There's gonna be a lot of stuff going on each month, and so definitely check out the Twitter group and Lindsay's video. And yeah, so I'm looking forward to reading this book. So that is Mistborn by Brandon Sanders. Okay, so there's the books that I've already chosen, and that is 7 books. I'm still going to pick out 2 from my little TBR jar, and we'll see. I may still only read 8 books, because Mistborn is 500 pages, Scarlet is, I think, almost 500 pages, so I have quite a lot of pages to read, so this will give me choices to kind of decide which ones I'm going to read. So I'm still going to draw 2. As a reminder, the brown ones are going to be physical books, and the green and red ones are Nook, books on my Nook. So we'll just draw one out and see what I get first. Okay. Okay, we have a physical book, and that is Since You've Been Gone by Morgan Matson, and that book is right behind me. Right here. Okay, I'm very excited. I bought this book over Christmas with some Christmas money, and I've been wanting to read this book, but I put it in my TBR jar because I just wanted it to be something that I will look forward to. So this book is a book about 2 best friends, and one best friend disappears or leaves or something, and she leaves this list of things for the other friend to accomplish. And yes, it is a summary. Normally people have been reading this during the summer, and I know it's not summer, and it's not going to be summer for a very long time, but I'm still going to read it. I'm looking forward to it. I've heard great things about this book, so I definitely am looking forward to reading this book. This may be the next book I actually read. So I'm so excited about grabbing this book out. Okay, so we are going to draw my notebook, and we'll see which book I draw. Okay, we have The Game by Terry Schultz. Okay, so let's grab this. Okay, so this one is, so here is the cover right here, The Game by Terry Schultz. And it is about, what if instead of traditional schools, children learned by participating in a virtual reality simulation, one that allowed them to experience life from birth to death multiple times? What if one player on his final play could change the world forever? Okay, so it says The Matrix / Ender's Game meets The Hunger Games. Sounds interesting. I'm looking forward to reading this book. I really am. I'm really looking forward to reading this book. So that is The Game by Terry Schultz. I don't know. SCHOOCHO. Okay, so that is The Game by Terry Schultz. I think that's how you pronounce his name. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. So, I'm looking forward to all the books that are on my TBR. They all sound amazing, and they're all kind of different. Like, there's some fantasy, there's some contemporary, there's some sci-fi, it's just a great array of books. I'm really looking forward to it. So if you've read any of these books, guys, let me know down in the comments below, like, what you thought about them, and let me know also, like, some of the books that you're reading, some of the things that you're looking forward to reading this year, and definitely go check out the Year of Cosmere. If you are looking for some new sci-fi, come and join us. I think it's going to be a great year. And guys, I hope you have an amazing reading month, and I will see you on the flip side.